Let's talk about something simple but transformative, how to actually use aloe vera every single day to bring your skin back to life. We've explored the science, the hydration benefits, and its powerful effects on acne. But the truth is, even the most miraculous natural remedy means nothing if you don't make it part of your daily rhythm. This is where many people fall short. They treat aloe vera like a quick fix, dab it on a pimple or sunburn, then forget about it. But to unlock the true potential of this plant, you need to create a relationship with it. And like any good relationship, it's about consistency, presence, and patience. Every morning, your skin wakes up from a battle, fighting oxidative stress, pollution, hormonal imbalances, and dehydration. And what you give it in those first few minutes sets the tone for the rest of your day. Applying aloe vera gel in the morning is like giving your skin a tall glass of water and a pep talk. It calms inflammation before it starts. It creates a breathable barrier that shields you from environmental stressors. It nourishes, strengthens, and most importantly, reminds your skin to heal itself naturally. That's not just skincare. That's self-care in its most elemental form. And here's something else people often overlook. Aloe vera isn't just a surface level treatment. It speaks to the deeper psychology of health. When you take a moment to care for your skin with something pure, you're telling yourself, so I matter. My body deserves attention. My healing is in my hands. That subtle shift in mindset carries over into everything you do. It improves how you eat, how you rest, how you handle stress. It's amazing how something so simple can realign your priorities. I always tell people, don't wait for a breakout or a crisis. Use aloe vera as a preventative ritual. Start with clean skin. Just a teaspoon of pure aloe vera gel, either fresh from the plant or from a clean, store-bought version. Massage gently into the face and neck. Let it absorb before layering other products. If your skin is particularly dry, you can follow up with a natural oil like jojoba or squalane. At night, apply it again. But this time, let it stay longer. Mix it with a drop of tea tree oil if you're fighting breakouts, or rosy hip oil if you're targeting scars and fine lines. You can even refrigerate your aloe gel for a cooling, anti-inflammatory boost before bed. These are small steps, but over time, they build resilience, both in your skin and in your psyche. And let's not forget your body. Aloe vera isn't just for the face. Dry elbows, sun-exposed shoulders, tired feet. It works everywhere. A thin layer after your shower seals in moisture and softens the skin in a way no commercial lotion can replicate. It's clean. It's light. It's intelligent. The skin recognizes it as something real. There's a kind of cellular trust that happens, and that's rare in modern products. You might be wondering, why go to all this effort when there are so many easier, flashier skincare options out there? The answer is simple. Because your skin knows the difference between what's natural and what's not. It may not speak in words, but it speaks in breakouts, in dullness, in inflammation. When you give it what it was designed to absorb, pure nutrient-rich plant medicine like aloe, it responds with clarity, strength, and glow. And in that process, you begin to feel more aligned with nature itself, more in rhythm, more in control. There's also a philosophical depth to this. In many cultures, aloe vera is considered a symbol of healing and rebirth. It survives in harsh climates, stores water in the driest conditions, and regenerates itself when damaged. Isn't that what we're all trying to do? Heal, adapt, and grow in a world that can sometimes be harsh and dehydrating, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Aloe vera, in its silent wisdom, teaches us that healing doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be gentle. It can be daily. It can be soft and powerful at the same time. So, as you stand in front of your mirror tomorrow morning, holding a leaf or a jar of aloe vera gel, remember this: you're not just treating your skin, you're participating in a deeper kind of wellness, one that honors both the biology and the soul of healing. Nature has already done the hard work. All that's left is for you to say yes. Because the real miracle isn't the aloe. It's what happens when you believe you're worth the ritual. Let's be honest, hydration is the foundation of all skin health, but most people misunderstand what it really means. We're told to drink more water and to moisturize daily, but for many, the skin still feels dry, tight, or irritated. The problem isn't just lack of water. It's the loss of the skin's ability to hold onto moisture. That's where aloe vera changes everything. This plant doesn't just hydrate, it teaches your skin how to retain and regulate hydration intelligently, naturally, and consistently. Your skin isn't a sponge. It's a barrier, a living organ with a complex system of lipids, proteins, and cells that control water flow. As we age or face stress, hormonal shifts, environmental toxins, and overuse of chemical products, this barrier breaks down. The result, water escapes. The skin becomes dry on the surface, but congested beneath. What makes aloe vera so extraordinary is its ability to penetrate deeply through the epidermis into the dermis without clogging pores or disrupting the skin's natural functions. That's not just hydration. That's cellular communication. That's nature saying, let me help you remember what balance feels like. Inside aloe vera is a compound called mucopolysaccharides, long chains of sugars that help bind moisture to the skin. But unlike synthetic humectants, these are bioavailable. Your body recognizes them. It doesn't need to process or adapt. The gel also contains lignin, a substance that helps other nutrients penetrate deeper, and gibberellins, plant hormones that stimulate skin regeneration. When these elements work together, they don't just moisturize, they train your skin to become more resilient, more elastic, more capable of healing itself. And when your skin is properly hydrated from the inside out, it naturally looks plumper, more radiant, and more youthful without needing a $1,000 serum or a painful cosmetic treatment. There's a psychological shift that happens when you stop fighting your skin and start listening to it. Dryness isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a signal, a cry for restoration. And when you respond with something as pure and ancient as aloe vera, you're not just treating the symptom. You're acknowledging the deeper need. You're meeting yourself with gentleness. That's where true healing begins, not in the bottle, but in the intention behind it. Now, I want you to picture this, a woman in her 50s, navigating hormonal changes that are drying out her skin and disrupting her confidence. She's tried the latest creams, exfoliants, and expensive spa facials, but her skin still feels rough, dull, and reactive. Then she starts applying pure aloe vera gel twice a day, just a thin layer like silk on the skin. Within weeks, the redness fades, the texture softens, her makeup sits better, and more importantly, she needs less of it. That glow people start to notice. That's hydration meeting harmony. And the best part, this isn't limited to one skin type, one gender, one age. Aloe vera meets you where you are. Whether you're a teenager battling oily skin, a new mom juggling sleepless nights, or a senior reclaiming her self-care routine, this plant becomes a quiet partner in your journey. It's not flashy. It doesn't promise overnight miracles, but it delivers something far more powerful, consistency. And that's what real transformation looks like. In our modern skincare world, we're surrounded by paradoxes. Products claim to hydrate, but contain alcohols that dry. Creams claim to nourish, but are packed with synthetic fragrance and petroleum-based fillers. Aloe vera cuts through all of that noise. It's clean, it's simple, it's ancient wisdom in its purest form. And unlike many commercial moisturizers that sit on top of the skin and create a temporary illusion of softness, aloe vera works below the surface, repairing, restoring, rebalancing. It allows your skin to breathe at us, to hold onto the moisture it truly needs. Now, I'm not saying you need to throw away everything else, but I am suggesting that you make aloe vera your baseline, your daily companion in the morning, your soothing reset at night. Think of it as a conversation with your skin. Every application is a moment of presence, of intention, of honoring the body you live in. Because this isn't just about looking younger or fixing dry patches. It's about choosing to care, choosing to slow down, choosing to nourish rather than mask. And in doing so, we shift the relationship we have with ourselves from frustration to compassion, from exhaustion to renewal. So the next time you reach for that bottle of aloe vera, pause for a second. Feel its coolness, notice its purity. And remember, hydration is not just about moisture, it's about alignment. When your skin is in balance, your whole being feels more grounded, more radiant, more alive. That's not just good skincare. That's a return to wholeness. And it starts with one leaf, one drop, one mindful moment at a time. Let's bring it all home now, because this is where everything we've talked about comes together. The follows how. The practical daily use of aloe vera that transforms theory into experience. We've explored the science, the deep hydration, and the healing potential for acne. But the truth is, without regular practice, even the most powerful natural remedy remains just that, a possibility, not a result. This is where the real shift happens, not in a lab or a clinic, but in your bathroom mirror every morning and every night. What makes aloe vera truly special is its ability to integrate seamlessly into any skincare routine. It doesn't compete with your lifestyle, it complements it. You don't need an elaborate 10-step regimen. You need a simple, consistent ritual that supports your skin's rhythm and respects its intelligence. Because the skin is always working for you. It protects, it detoxifies, it regenerates. And when you give it the right tools, it responds not with drama, but with grace. Start with the basics. After gently cleansing your face, take a small amount of pure aloe vera gel, whether directly from the plant or from a clean, unfragranced product, and apply it with your fingertips. You don't need much, just a thin, even layer. In the morning, it becomes a weightless base for sunscreen or makeup, helping to lock in moisture while calming any inflammation that might be building from the night before. At night, it works while you sleep, soothing, repairing, and replenishing the skin barrier. But here's where it gets more meaningful. The act of applying aloe vera can be more than just a routine. It can become a moment of presence, a moment where instead of rushing through skincare like a chore, you use it as a pause, a chance to check in. How does your skin feel today? What's it asking for? These quiet rituals can become emotional anchors. And when you treat your skin with kindness, that attitude ripples into the rest of your life. You begin to treat yourself with more care, more patience, more intention. And don't stop with your face. Aloe vera is incredibly versatile. It's a gift for dry hands, rough feet, irritated scalps, and sun-exposed shoulders. It can be blended with a few drops of lavender or rose oil and used as a luxurious body serum. You can even refrigerate your aloe for an extra soothing experience, especially helpful during hot months or when your skin feels inflamed. Used this way, aloe vera becomes more than a treatment. It becomes a sensation, cool, calming, and restorative for those navigating more complex skin concerns like hormonal fluctuations, eczema flare-ups, or sensitivity from overuse of synthetic products. Aloe can act as a buffer. It calms the chaos. It holds space for the skin to reset. And for those who are overwhelmed by too many choices, aloe offers clarity. It simplifies. It doesn't promise magic. It offers balance. There's also a deeper philosophical principle at play here, something ancient, something we've forgotten in our obsession with speed and perfection. Nature doesn't rush. Healing doesn't happen on command. Aloe vera reminds us of that. The plant grows slowly, stores water with discipline, and heals when wounded without complaint. It teaches us that gentleness is not weakness. It is wisdom. And that kind of wisdom is what your skin craves, not the next chemical trend, not the latest influencer serum. Just a return to something that works in harmony with your biology. That's the most powerful message aloe vera gives us. Healing is not something you buy. It's something you practice. You show up every day. You touch your skin with care. You observe, you adapt, and you trust that over time, the results will come. Not just on the surface, but in how you feel inside your own body and how confidently you walk into the world. And that's something we don't talk about enough, the far emotional impact of skincare. The truth is, when your skin feels calm, you feel calmer. When your face isn't inflamed or dry or irritated, you're less distracted. You're more focused, more present, more available to the people you love and the work you care about. That's the real goal. Not just glowing skin, but a grounded self. So as you stand in front of your mirror tomorrow, aloe vera in hand, take a moment, not just to apply it, but to remember why you're doing it. Not to fight your skin, not to cover it up, but to support it, to partner with it. This is your skin's journey, your journey. And it deserves your attention, your consistency, and your love. Because real beauty doesn't come from control. It comes from care. And aloe vera, in its quiet, ancient way, is an invitation to care more deeply. Not just for your skin, but for yourself. Start there. Everything else will follow. Acne. It's a small word, but it carries so much emotional weight. For many people, it's not just about appearance. It's about confidence, identity, and the feeling of being in control of your own body. And let me tell you, as someone who's spent a lifetime studying the interplay between natural remedies and modern science, the impact of acne runs deeper than most people think. It doesn't just affect the skin, it affects how we see ourselves in the mirror and how we show up in the world. Now here's the good news. Nature has given us tools that are not only effective but gentle. And aloe vera stands at the front of that line. Not as a trendy solution, but as a time-tested healer that addresses acne on multiple levels. The most impressive thing about aloe vera is that it doesn't just suppress symptoms, it helps the skin relearn how to be healthy. That's a subtle but vital distinction. True healing isn't about force, it's about alignment. Let's start with the biology. Acne, at its core, is an inflammatory condition. It's triggered by excess oil production, clogged pores, bacteria, particularly Propionibacterium acnes, and a cascade of hormonal signals, especially during puberty, menstruation, or stress. Traditional treatments often attack these symptoms with harsh chemicals like benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. These can be effective in the short term, but they often come with a cost: dryness, peeling, redness, and long-term sensitivity. The skin becomes confused. It tries to protect itself by producing more oil, leading to a frustrating cycle. Aloe vera offers a different path. Its natural salicylic acid content gently exfoliates the skin, unclogging pores without damaging the protective barrier. Its enzymes and anti-inflammatory compounds reduce redness and swelling, while its antimicrobial properties target the bacteria without disrupting the delicate microbiome of the skin. But beyond the chemistry, there's something more profound happening. Aloe vera brings the skin back to a place of balance, not through aggression, but through nourishment. Now think about what that means on a deeper psychological level. When your skin is inflamed, your self-esteem often follows. You might avoid eye contact, skip social events, or obsess over concealing every flaw. This emotional strain creates stress, and stress in turn worsens acne. It becomes a feedback loop of inner turmoil. But the act of treating your skin with something gentle, like aloe vera, begins to change the narrative. You're no longer punishing your skin for breaking out. You're calming it, listening to it, even forgiving it. That shift, both biological and emotional, is powerful. Because healing isn't just about what you apply to your face. It's about how you treat yourself when you're vulnerable. Aloe vera doesn't just clear the skin. It clears the relationship you have with your skin. It helps you soften the internal criticism and reconnect with your natural resilience. And here's where consistency comes in. Aloe vera is most effective when used as part of a daily ritual. After cleansing, apply a thin layer of pure aloe vera gel across the face. No added fragrances, no unnecessary chemicals. Just the plant as nature intended. If you're dealing with active breakouts, add a drop of tea tree oil to enhance the antibacterial effect. Leave it on overnight as a mask, or use it under your moisturizer during the day. Over time, this simple act becomes more than a treatment. It becomes a meditation, a quiet space where your body remembers how to heal. What's equally fascinating is aloe's ability to reduce scarring and pigmentation. Acne doesn't always end when the pimple disappears. It often leaves behind marks, physical reminders that linger. The polysaccharides and gibberellins in aloe stimulate cell growth and repair, speeding up the turnover of damaged skin and promoting collagen production. That means fewer scars, more even tone, and a return to the skin's natural texture. And because aloe also fades post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation without bleaching or irritating, it's particularly helpful for those with darker skin tones who often face unique challenges in acne recovery. But what I want to stress most of all is this: you don't need to wait for your skin to be perfect to start feeling good about it. Healing is not about chasing flawlessness, it's about embracing progress. And aloe vera, humble, unassuming, miraculous aloe, is one of the few tools that supports your journey without demanding anything in return. It asks you only to be present, to be patient, and to trust in your body's wisdom. So if you're struggling with acne right now, or even just the memory of it, know this: your skin is not your enemy. It's your communicator. It's trying to tell you something about imbalance, about stress, about unmet needs. And aloe vera is one way to begin that dialogue with compassion rather than control. Let nature be your ally. Let patience be your medicine. Because real healing begins when you stop attacking yourself and start supporting yourself one layer at a time.